Hello and welcome to my yoga room. My name is Stephanie, also known as the Blooming Yogi. Today, as you get onto your mat, my hope is for you to be able to let go of the day that you might be having or the day that you have ahead of you, depending on when you're practicing. Let's come to the here and now and take care of you and connect with your breath. So to do that, let's start on our belly. Place your right ear on the ground. Bring your arms up to a cactus shape with your elbow in line with your shoulder. Pick up your left arm and place your hand palm down right, in front of your face, wherever you feel it might be comfortable. And we're gonna use this right arm to help us roll over to our right side to get a nice stretch in the front of your shoulder. You can put your foot in front of you, you can put it down along the side or along the back, whichever is comfortable for you. Just take a few breaths here. Make sure your right elbow is in line with your right shoulder and your elbow is at a 90-degree angle. Breathe into any areas of the body that are tight, using your breath to dissolve the tension as best as you can. Inhale and come back onto your belly. Exhale, turn your head to the right, and we're gonna put our left palm on the ground and use it to help us push ourselves over to the left, stretch out the front of the left shoulder. Coming into our Ujjayi breath, our deep breathing with a slight restriction in your throat. Relaxing any tension that comes up in that elbow, not in the elbow, in the left shoulder. Inhale and come back onto your stomach. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up into an all fours position. We're going to come into some cat-cows. So inhale, tailbone lifts, heart reaches forward, keeping the back of the neck long. Exhale, curl your seat in as your chest curls into the belly. Inhale up, exhale round. Inhale, expand the heart. Exhale, round in. A few more on your own, just heating up the spine, warming up the muscles that run along the spine. finding activation in our core. On your next inhale, come into a flat back. Take a breath. Inhale the left arm up. And exhale, thread it underneath your right arm. Your right arm you can keep planted in front of you, in front of your face. You can reach forward to the top of your mat. Or you could even find a small bind here if your right shoulder is open enough to do so. Whichever variation is comfortable for you. Hips should be over your knees. Just breathe. If you took the bind, bring your arm back down to the hand down to the front of the mat on front of your face. Use your right arm to push you up back into all fours position. Take a breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread it through underneath the left hand. Again, you can leave the hand here in front of your face to help you push into the twist. You can reach to the top of your mat. If you're reaching to the top of your mat, just be sure your shoulders aren't coming into your ear. We want to keep our shoulder down away from the ear. Our shoulder blades plugging back and down into our back instead of reaching up. Or you can take the bind. Again, making sure that our hips are over our knees. Inhale the left arm up. And exhale, bring it down. Push yourself back up into all fours. Extend your left arm out, your right leg back. Bird dog pose. Making sure the right foot is flexed and you're reaching out through your heel. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow, round like a cat. Inhale. So this is basically doing our cat-cows, but with the left arm up and the right leg up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, curl in. Contract your inner abdominals. Inhale, expand. Exhale. Bring the knee and the elbow together. Inhale, expand. Now, stay here in bird dog. Bend your back leg, and if it's available, reach back for your ankle to find a stretch here. Your core is engaged, keeping you balanced. Breathe. Really push through this floor, keeping a buoyancy in the elbow. Keep it strong. And exhale. Reach your arm out, right leg back. and slowly bring it to the floor. Inhale your right arm up, your left leg back. Inhale, really reach that heel. Exhale, curl in where your elbow and your knee meet together. Inhale, expand. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, expand. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Curl in, push the floor away with your hand. Exhale, reach. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Really engage. Activate those abdominals. Inhale, expand. Exhale, reach around with the right hand and grab your left ankle. And breathe. Kicking. So in this pose, we're not just pulling the foot. You want to, if you were gonna let go of your ankle, your foot would kick back. So that's what you're doing with your leg while holding your ankle. Opening up the shoulder, feeling it in the front quad. Lower abdominal is engaged. You have a nice buoyancy in this elbow, in the left elbow. Breathe. Exhale, release the left foot slowly with control. Right hand reaches forward, left foot, heel reaches back, and release down on the floor. Now, from here, let's find some engagement in these arms and in this upper body before we push back into down dog. Bend your elbows. Pull your elbows in like they're magnetizing together, like you have a magnet right here and right here, and they are zippering these elbows together, and your hands are like they're turning the jar off they're turning the lid off a jar. To find that strength in this upper body. Curl your toes, lift your knees off the ground, and push the mat away into a downward facing dog, keeping your knees bent. Just walk out your dog. I like keeping my knees very bent here to keep the length in my spine. In down dog, that's one of the most important things, is to keep your length in that spine. Come forward into plank. Drop your knees. Bend the elbows. So we're going to do knees, chest, chin. Bend the elbows till your chest comes to the ground. And then you can lower the belly down. Place your hands under your shoulders. Push your feet, tops of your feet into the floor. Lengthen your tailbone to your heels. And pull yourself up into a baby cobra, just peeling your heart off the floor. Exhale down. Inhale, peel your chest off the floor, baby cobra. Engage in the lower body. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Keeping these elbows hugging into your sides the whole time. We want engagement. Exhale down. Inhale, push back up into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it to the front of the mat, warrior one. We want to make sure, come up. We want to make sure that in warrior one, that our feet are like on railroad tracks where they're like hips distance apart instead of in the same line. So inhale. Bring the left leg, hip back in space. which should automatically bring the right hip hugging forward. Inhale. Just hold this here. Exhale, cactus the arms down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, arms down into cactus. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, arms into cactus. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into a plank. Drop your knees, chest, chin. Keeping the elbows to your sides. Chest. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up. Exhale, bring your foot between the hands. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Lengthen your tailbone down so you can lift the heart. Something must come down in order for something to go up. Exhale, arms into cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose. Knees down, chest down. Baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg. Step it through to warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Cactus arms again, 3 times. Exhale, lower to cactus, shine your heart forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Shine the heart forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift your feet, come into warrior two pose. Inhale, arms up and straighten the left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. And cartwheel your arms down. Step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Arms up. Cactus. One more time on your own. On your next, arms up. Exhale, shift your feet. Heel to arch alignment, warrior two. Inhale, arms reach up, leg straightens. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. And cartwheel down. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, sigh it out. We're going to go through that again. We're going to add a little bit more to it this time. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up. 3 times on your own breath. Cactus. Remember, left hip pulls back, right one pulls forward. Lengthening tailbone down. Heart shines forward. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, shift the feet, heel to arch alignment, warrior two. Immediate inhale, up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Two more on your own. Land in warrior two. Inhale, come up. Turn your left foot forward, your right foot to face the back of the mat, and come down into your warrior two pose. From our warrior two, we're going to come into guide us pose. And I'm going to turn around so that way you can see what I'm doing. So we're at the back of our mat in our warrior. What we're going to do is we're going to turn our left foot out into our goddess pose, keeping our knees bent. Hands on your thighs. Just sway and move. Feel into your hips. Move the shoulders. Have fun. Play with it. Breathe. Lubricate your hip joints. Engaging. You have a lot of engagement in your quadriceps here and in your abdominal wall, keeping that tailbone lengthened down. Okay. Come to center in your goddess pose. Place your hands behind your head. And we're going to reach, we're going to keep long in our side body and fold to the right at our lower rib for an oblique crunch. Inhale, second side. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, come up. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, squeeze that left oblique. Inhale up. Exhale, right side. Inhale up. My legs are on fire. Exhale, left side. Inhale, come up. Whew. And then turn your warrior pose back to the front of your mat. So I'm going to come back this way. And then you're going to cartwheel your hands to the mat and do your vinyasa. Lower. Inhale. And exhale the downward facing dog. Now we're going to do that on the other side. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale. Front of the mat. Inhale. Come up. Exhale. Arms down. Heart shines forward. Inhale your arms up. Come lower into that warrior one. This is the third or fourth time we've been in here. Exhale. Cactus. Make this a engage move. Exhale. Cactus. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shining the heart forward. Tailbone lengthens down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Shift your feet into warrior two pose. Inhale. Right leg up. Straighten your front leg. Exhale down. Warrior two. Inhale. Straighten. Lengthen that tailbone down. Exhale. Into warrior two. Inhale. Reach for the stars. Exhale. Lowers. Inhale. Arms reach up. Right foot turns forward so that way both your feet are in the same direction. Your left foot turns out into warrior, drop into warrior two to the back of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push through the heel of the foot. Rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now we're going to come back into our goddess pose. Turn your right foot out. Place your hands on your thighs and just sway back and forth, side to side. Really lubricating those hips. Finding space. Turn your shoulders. Have fun with it. Feel around. Okay. Come up, sit up in your goddess. Roll your shoulder blades down. Extend that tailbone down to the floor so you can lift right, so you can shine your heart to the sky. This time, hang your hands down behind your thighs. And we're going to do oblique crunches again. This time, we're just going to reach for the floor. So bend at the lower rib to the right and reach as far as you can. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. These aren't easy. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach to the left. Keep that length in the left side body. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale up one more time. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up and straighten the legs. Bring your toes forward. Whew, shake them out. And come back into warrior two at the front of your mat. Cartwheel down. And you do your vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Sigh it out. Walk your dog. Recalibrate in your downward dog. Find length in your spine, bend your knees, wiggle your hips. Take a few more breaths here. Lift the left leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Straighten your leg, lower the foot. Let the right foot come down, the heel come down to the side. Arm up. Fallen triangle. Finding length in the left side body. Engaging your inner thigh of your right leg, pushing the ground away of your left hand. Take a few deep breaths here. Exhale, arm down. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot through. And bring your right leg forward about a foot and hips distance apart like we did in our warrior ones. We're going to come into pyramid pose. And you want to grab a block for that. So grab my block. 2 blocks. Left leg forward. Right foot back. I like to sometimes keep a bend in my front leg in this pose. So that way I can keep my hips square. So just like we did in warrior one, we want square hips in pyramid. So if you want to come up to standing, square your hips to the front of the room, lengthen your tailbone down so your hip points kind of come up and your lower abdominals engage. Bring your arms to the sky, and like I said, I like to keep a bend in my front leg. Very light one. Fold over the front leg, keeping a long back. Placing my hands on the block. And then very gradually pushing through the big toe mound of my foot, straightening that front leg until I can't anymore without losing my alignment. Because if I straighten here, this is what happens. I collapse. everything collapses. I lose the engagement of my lower abdominals. I lose the length in my spine. I lose the squaring of my hips. So this is where I am today. So if you're here today, that's okay. Now, since we have the lower body all set up, hips are square, lumbar spine is long, we can now fold over our front leg, if that is available to you. Possibly placing the hands on the floor, keeping this left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward, knee bent if you need to keep that alignment. And breathe. Breathe into any of the tension you feel in this left hamstring or even the calf. I feel a lot in my calf. Sometimes even into the low back here. I have a very tight left hip, so this is my side that's not happy with stretches sometimes. Inhale, come up, bring your hands back onto the blocks. Now we're going to step into half moon pose. So take your blocks with you. Well, just one of them. You want to take the one that's in your left hand. And place it about 10 inches in front of you. Push off the back leg, lift up the right leg, open the hips, and come into your half moon pose. Keeping buoyancy in this knee, keeping it bent if you need to, so that way you can keep your tailbone long. Gaze down at the floor. Your right foot is flexed, strong, as if you are pushing the wall behind you away. Open up the right shoulder. Exhale. On your next exhale, bend your front leg and slowly, using your muscles, keeping engagement, coming back into warrior two pose. Cartwheeling it down and flowing through your vinyasa, or just pushing back into a downward facing dog. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Now we're going to do the right side. Lift your right leg up. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Bring straighten the front, that leg. Foot on the floor. Back foot falls. Fallen triangle. Keeping length in that bottom side as best as you can. And breathing. Left hand to the ground. Step back into your downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up. Exhale, step it through, and set up for your pyramid pose, keeping your front leg bent. Inhale, stand, so that way you can find your hips being squared to the front of the room. Before folding over that slightly bent leg, placing your hands on your block, pushing through the big toe mound of the foot to straighten, work on straightening that right leg. Straightening this right leg also helps to pull the right hip back and the left hip forward in this pose to keep your hips square. And as you're ready, fold over that front leg. And again, my leg, well, with this leg I can come a little bit more straight, but today I'm going to keep a slight bend in the knee. Recognize how this side is different from the other side, where your tension falls. Maybe this side is easier or more difficult for you. But being in the moment of now and accepting where you are in this pose right now and giving your body what it needs to dissolve that tension in those areas of the body. And letting go. You might just find that over time in holding this pose, you're able to straighten your front leg even more with keeping that alignment of the hips and the lower lumbar wanting to stay lengthened. Okay, come back up onto your blocks. Move the block that's in your right hand about 10 inches in front of you. If you want, you can use this left block to help guide you into half moon pose. I'm actually going to do that right now. And bend your front leg, lift off your back leg. Turn your hips out. Flex the back foot. Keeping gaze at the floor. Lengthening your tailbone down to the wall behind you, engaging that low abdominal. Opening up into your half moon pose. In this pose, we eventually want to see if we can look down our body to see if we make sure we can still see our toes. It's very challenging. So if you try it and you fall, then that's okay. Just come back into the pose. We don't want our leg too far back. We want it to come straight out of that hip socket. And sometimes it's hard to feel what that is, so we have to look. And breathe. Open the chest. We're going to come back into our warrior two, so bend the front leg as you come off the block into your warrior two pose. Take a breath here before cartwheeling the arms down and taking your vinyasa if you're still up for it, or coming back into downward facing dog. We'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Come down onto all fours. We're going to come back into our bird dog. Left hand lifts, right leg lifts. Exhale, engage the core, bring your elbow to knee to meet. Inhales, lengthen. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in one more time. Exhale, lengthen. Reach back for that ankle again. Find that quad and shoulder stretch again. Exhale, release. Lengthen your left arm out. Right foot back. Hand and knee to the floor. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale your left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale, round. Really squeeze in that abdominal. Exhale, lengthen. And reach around and grab for that ankle. And breathe. And let it go. Reach right leg, arm forward, left leg back. Exhale. Hand and knee to the floor. Take a breath. From here, cross your left leg behind your right. From here, cross your left knee over your right leg and sit. Slowly walk your hands back and come to a seated for cow pose. If this is too much for you, you can actually come and lay down on your back on your mat and cross your right leg over your left and hold here. I like to scooch my bottom foot forward a little bit so that way my feet are even with each other on both sides. You can also sit up on a block for this pose or even a blanket to help you keep both sitting bones on the floor as much as you can. I feel this in my right hip. You might feel it in both hips. Inhale your arms up to the sky to find length down the back body. Lower your arms, keeping that length as best as you can, and walking your hands forward. If just sitting is all you can do, that's amazing. That's perfectly fine as well. I couldn't even do this pose a year and a half ago, even the way I'm doing it now. So keeping length in that spine, just like we did in our pyramid pose. And if it's available to you, folding from your lower ribs, not from your low back, over your legs. And feeling that stretch in your hips. Just take a few breaths here. Relaxing the shoulders. And doing a body scan and seeing where you might be holding tension. And releasing it. Slowly walk yourself up. If you're on your back, go ahead and switch out your legs. If you're sitting, lean back into your hands behind you and just do this little zoop switch, and then come back into your seated position. So like I said, I like to scooch my bottom foot forward, so that way it's even. Both my feet are in line with each other on either side of my body. Lengthen the tailbone down. Root both your sit bones into the ground. So imagine red little roots for your ground, your root chakra grounding and plugging you into the earth as you lengthen up. Inhale, your arms up, and exhale, hands to the mat, walking forward, keeping length in that low back, and folding over. If you're feeling anything in your knees, I would suggest you do this on your back. The other thing I noticed too is that I like to have my feet a little bit more relaxed and pointed versus flexed in this pose. If I have flexion in my feet, it actually hurts my knee. So play with that because we don't want our knees to be hurting in this pose either. Walk your hands up. Sit back into your hands, untwist your legs. Come to sit on your sit bones, feet planted, and we're just going to reach our arms out and with control, roll down onto the mat. If you have to keep your hands on the mat to help you down, that's great. And Shavasana. In my Shavasanas, I like to imagine all the sensations in my body as the snow in a snow globe that has just been shaken up. And I picture the snow falling and just settling in a beautiful, calming manner and melting, and dissolving any tension, letting go of the contractions of the muscles that we just utilized in our practice and letting the blood flow come back into them. Bringing oxygen to those areas of the body, nourishing them. You are welcome to stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana, start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Waking up the body very slowly. Maybe roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Maybe give a big stretch, arms over your head. Roll over onto your right side, keeping your eyes closed. Taking a minute here. And slowly, keeping your eyes closed, coming up to a seated position on your mat. Placing your hands on your knees and just taking a few moments here. Reconnecting with your breath. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today, for choosing me to guide you in your daily practice. It is an honor to be with you on the mat today. Namaste. Again, thank you for practicing with me today. If you liked this class, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below and let me know what your favorite part of this class was. Anything, any types of class that you would like to see me make available to you. And website is coming soon, so be sure to look out for that. Thank you.